Hello YouTube and welcome to another OPNsense tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to install VM Tools and OPNsense on VMware ESXI. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you can see here on my ESXI, I already installed OPNsense and it's running as you have seen on my previous video. So if I go for example to this OPNsense VM, you can see here under the VMware Tools that VMware Tools is not installed, okay? And you can also see that we don't have any information about networking, so I don't get the host name or IP addresses, okay? That's why actually one of the reasons to install VM Tools is to get those information. So the first thing, when you install VM Tools in OPNsense on ESXI, it improves VM performance. So you get a better CPU utilization and actually memory management. That's the first reason. The second reason is actually you can get accurate guest OS information. Like as I told you here, you can get the host name, the IP address, and you can also better monitoring tools for this VM, okay? The third reason is that you have time synchronization between your VM, in our case OPNsense, and your guest, which is in this case VMware ESXI, okay? And also when you install this VM Tools, you get some improvement in console performances. So you can see here this console here, you can get actually better performances using your mouse and keyboard, okay? And also one of the most important reasons to install VM Tools is to have what we call graceful shutdown and reboot of your machine, okay? So that's why we're gonna actually install our VM Tools on actually OPNsense, okay? So let me switch to my OPNsense instance via the web GUI here. So here we go. So let me enter actually my credentials. Here we go. So you can see I am in. So we all know that actually OPNsense is based on FreeBSD, so the VMware tools are actually open VM tools under FreeBSD, okay? So in order to install this VM tools, it's pretty easy. You go to your menu here, system and firmware, okay? So underneath you will search for the menu plugins, as you can see here. So you click on this menu plugins and you search actually for a plugin called OS VMware. So I will type just here VMware and you can see I get this one plugin which has as version 1.5, okay? And simply as we install all the plugins, you click on this plus button here to install our plugin. But as you can see here, we get a message, installation out of date. The update to OPNsense 25.1 is required, so we have to update our system. So let's go to updates here and let's check for updates. Here we go. So we have to update actually our system before proceeding. So let's update that, okay? So now as you can see, the packages are being extracted and installed on our system, okay? So now as you can read, a critical upgrade is in progress. Please do not turn off the system, okay? So we'll wait for this upgrade to finish. And as you can see now, the device is rebooting, so we will wait for the reboot to complete in order to install once again the plugin. Okay, so as you can see, once again we are actually on the main web page. So let's enter once again the credentials here. So I am in, so hopefully now we can install our plugin. So let's go to System, Firmware, Plugins, and let's look for our VMware plugin. So let's hit this install here, and now as you can see, the plugin is being extracted and installed. So everything is okay, the installation is done, and it's always advisable to reboot your system. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll go to Power, Reboot, yes, and we will wait for the reboot of our firewall. Okay, so let's log on. So I am in once again. Okay, now so if I go actually under System, then Diagnostics and Activity, and let me search for something like VM, for example. Here we go. So you can see that the VM or OpenVM Tools is actually, they are running on the background, okay, as a daemon tool. Okay, so which means that we have successfully installed our VM tools under actually OPNsense. But let's verify that on our actually ESXI server. Okay, so let me switch to my ESXI. Here we go. So now let me go actually to my OPNsense virtual machine. So as you can see now, the VM tools are not managed by vSphere, but they are installed. And here you will notice that we get actually our hostname, we get IPv4 and IPv6 for all actually our network cards here. Okay, which means that we have optimized our firewall to work with the VMware ESXI. Okay, so that was just a brief video to show you how to install VM tools and OPNsense on VMware ESXI and how you can benefit from the advantages of using them. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. And of course, if you have any suggestion for future video, drop them in the comment below. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.